And you can hear echo. Shouldn't be able to hear echo. There we go. Hello and welcome to this debrief. I apologise for being late. We had a Talking Wednesday episode to do and it overrun, and that's fine. So everything's going good. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is having a very good Thursday. I'm having to remind myself that it's Thursday because I normally do these on Friday, and today is a different day because we got the playoff semi-finals even, tomorrow night, which I'm nervous about, but I'm also looking forward to. I don't know about anyone else. I'm just one of those weird people who kind of look forward to this kind of thing. Hello, let's have a look here. How are you all doing anyway today? I hope everyone is well. I just need to get this out to some of the socials, and then we are good to go. Why I've kind of ditched the long-winded opening credit bit, because let's face it, at the end of the day, it needs to happen now. I had this scheduled for 7:15 and I'm late. So yeah. So give me 1 second. It's gonna be an interesting week or so, I think. I think we've got a really good chance of doing well in these semi-finals, and I mean a really good chance. I still think we're gonna get there. But at the same time, we have to play well over the couple of games. They got a really good thing as well going into this. They got a key man in Clark Harris who can score goals for fun. So we are going to have to stop him early doors. Thank you for all being here. I know this was one where it gone like really weird and not really happened straight away, because I'm normally a bit more prepared than this, so I do apologise. So yes, how are we all doing? How are we all thinking about this game coming up? How do we think we're going to do versus Peterborough? Peterborough have had a good end to the season. Let's not kid ourselves. To take it to the last day, win their last game, and go up into the playoff places shows you that they got the fight. It shows they got the attitude to do well. They really have. Like Peterborough boss admission over Donetsk in Sheffield Wednesday fact. So let's just see what this is. I believe this is our thing where we haven't actually won there like in 10 years or something stupid. Excuse me. Yeah, would have been automatically promoted. Oh, it's the 96 points. But it is that thing. 96 points any other season gets us promoted. This season completely changes it. It's weird that this season has completely changed everything, and it hasn't actually. It's weird. Any other season we go up automatic. How are we all thinking this bit of the game will go? How are we all thinking the game will go? How do you think we'll all play? Do you think we'll go all gun blazing and try and take it back to Hilper? Do you think it'll be cagey? I'm intrigued to see what people think in the chat, how the game's going to be, and how we're going to play, because I'm in that kind of thing of going, hey Robert, hey Louise, Lou, even, sorry, apologise. My chat isn't working, so let me just bring this up because my chat's not showing any. Weird. Doesn't do that. Yeah, my chat's broken, that's why. Hello guys, I apologise in advance. My chat is broken on YouTube, so I can't see it. So here we go. Well, I'm getting major deja vu about talking Clark Harris. Yeah, they don't work on, mate. I hope you're well, mate. We've just been speaking for the last half hour-ish. Yeah, my chat is broken on YouTube. Brilliant. So I'm going to have to use this. We are ready in Let Kick at London Road. Yeah, Ian Jazz, how you doing? Would love to see Bayer back in connection, even he... where's this thing? Let's come in a minute. Got a clip. I apologise, guys. I actually can't see live chat. I would love to see Bayer back in contention, even if he doesn't get a game in the first leg. Him on the bench would be nice. The pot 20 points behind the massive. I think it'll be rocky, but later on it'll be smooth like butter. Good. I understand those things. There are 12 people watching and 6 likes. Can we get those likes up? I would much appreciate it, please. I apologise as well if I'm having to look down to see your comments. My chat on YouTube is absolutely broken. It's not showing up at all. So I have 0 chat. There we go. I'll have to pop it out instead because the chat tonight is just not working. So I'm in theory here is that we might have a situation where we play really good. Ian Lee, how are you, mate? How are you feeling about the playoff game? Are you excited? Are you thinking we're gonna go for it? How are you thinking? I'm good, mate. Have you had a good day? I'm annoyed that YouTuber broke my chat, which is annoying, but hey ho, it happens. I have to pop the chat out. But I think we're going into this with form that doesn't mean anything, if you know what I mean. Form in the point of viewers going into it, form doesn't mean nothing in the context as a playoff because it doesn't matter that you've done really well. It can go anywhere because it's a lottery when it comes to the playoffs. No, my chat is actually broken. So the thing is, this week you've seen a lot of things said about certain people. Darren Moore press conference, very interesting, talking about them and saying how good they got to get into it. Like, I even had artwork made up with Derby County's logo ready to go. Literally had it made up, ready to go, and I was like, we're playing Derby. I'm sure we're playing Derby, and it never happened. So I think if we can get Lee Gregory and his Zorro Mac, Michael Smith playing well, we could have a really good game on our hands if we play our cards right. I don't know about anyone else, but like a lot of people have said, by the way, there'll be an episode of Talking Wednesday out tomorrow. That'll be good. The defense must stay solid. Man Mountain Flint, pivotal back. Yeah, he is. I'd be interested to see what they do with the whole Flint and stuff. Oh, good news. I've done subbing recently. I'm now getting notification for you guys. Oh, YouTube's notification system is just broken. Cheers, mate. I much appreciate it. Sometimes it doesn't sub you from channels. Sometimes it subs you back in. It's mental. Tomorrow I am doing the first half live stream. Dex has got the second half live stream. I will redirect you back to Dex's live stream. So this is how it's going to work tomorrow. We're going to try and combine it. Hey, 17 viewers, 9 likes. I much appreciate it. But it should be a good game. The Poshers had a really good end to the season. They played some really good football. They went on that run that we normally are the team that go on. And we did have that run to a point. And I think if Wednesday can go in there playing solid at their place, would be good. Because you've got to remember, our last time when we played them at their place was August the 16th. And James got sent off. And it was all a bit downhill from there. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. You look at that game. We haven't played them at their place in nearly a whole season, pretty much. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in terms of them getting there, see what the support's like, see how much they make their place the fortress like we will at our place. I'd like a 1-0 tomorrow and then 2 or 3 at Hillsborough. Well, I think we've just got to go for it. I think we've just got to go for it. But talking of the roundup of the week, though, let's just talk about the roundup of the week. So this week has been interesting. We know everything that's going on at the minute. Darren Moore said he wants to carry on the momentum going into the playoffs, which you completely understand. And this is the thing. It's been a week where people have been... The focus has not been on the football because it's been a bit different. CYNC 1-1 or 0-2 tomorrow, I think. Fair enough. It's one of those things where you look at what Wednesday are going to need to do to get the win tomorrow. They smashed Sheffield Wednesday at London Road last year. The thing is, though, only because we were down to 10 men. I think if we didn't go down to 10 men, I don't think it's that bad. I really, really don't think it's that bad. Up until then, we were actually playing some really good football, if I remember. And also, remember, they started with a different manager and different Peterborough kind of thing. The last game, they had Grant McCann in charge, who looks like he's about to get the Doncaster Rovers job, interestingly enough. So if you're going with stat, 10 games up to now, Mum. Peterborough won 4 games, 17. Sheffield Wednesday won 4. Let's have a look here. I want the head-to-heads this season. We're much better than them until that point. Even with 60 minutes at 10 men, we actually made some chances. Exactly. I think a lot of things got said about that game and like, we're not that good. I think up until then, we actually played some really good stuff. And I think there's a situation where we can go into this really going for the kill, if you know what I mean. Because it was only 2-0. And up until that red card, we were looking good. And I think there's a great chance. I think you should play my submission voiceover clip for chat to review. We might do that, Jack. We might do that. The Peterborough away game is ancient history. We won the last 4, bigger than the advantage we can build on tomorrow. More than a sellout crowd at Hill, but can enjoy in the second half leg. Exactly. I know you were just kidding, mate. The thing is, we know who to keep an eye on. He's been the player to keep an eye on for bloody donkey years. The player to keep an eye on is always been Clark Harris. For whatever reason, Peterborough do tend to pick up these gems of players all the time. Like non-league manager to get a lot of football and does really well. Like I said, anything can happen in this playoff game. We've just got to go there and be very good. Make sure we have a bit of an advantage going to our place and then use the crowd for advantage. Having the first leg away, again, is very helpful. Dwight Gale, you could go with a couple of players they've done in the past. Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is ex-Peterborough, I believe. Was he Peterborough, then Brentford? Am I right in saying Ivan Toney was at Peterborough? They are very good at getting the players in. They've got a good history of getting strikers, especially, actually. And doing highest 28 goals at Rotherham. Yeah, he didn't do that well at Rotherham, if I remember correctly. He did quite poorly. There are 19 people watching and 10 likes. Can we get the likes up, please? I'd much appreciate it. It does help massively. It really does. And we're just going to test something on stream. Yeah, he was. I thought he was. See what I mean? They are very, very good at getting the players that we know can play excellent football, who are really smart at getting the best out of players. And they pay peanut for them as well. That's the other thing. They pay nothing for them, which is always interesting with me. Let's see if this works. If you see this on stream, let me know if you see this in the corner. It's a good test for tomorrow. So this is what will be in the corner. Oh, that worked perfectly. So we'll have that in the corner tomorrow when we do the live stream. Perfect. Works absolutely fantastically how it should do. So yeah. It's going to be a good game tomorrow. I think both teams are up for this. Both teams want to go for it. You've got a Peterborough team who got a good win versus Barnsley. And let's remember, Barnsley are in the playoffs. It was weird to see Barnsley not do that well in the playoff game. In that last game, I thought they were gone for it all, gun blazing, but they didn't. They actually went completely different to what I would have thought. Hang on a minute, give me a second. Where is he? So it's gonna be good. I think you've got Ivan Toney, Dwight Gale, Clark Harris. About time they stop playing 2 players and pretend it's 1 and play David Bashir to balance it. Yeah, I get it. Bolton will do the Tykes. I think Bolton are dark horses in this. Bolton have been very good. I think Bolton this season have been very well balanced with how they play football. They've been very interesting. I thought they would have had that little slump they had after winning the Pizza Cup, but at the end of the day, they're there by merit. They have got into place and they've had a very good season. Everett has had a very good recruitment drive and he's done well again. And he seems to be very good with recruitment, Bolton. But we're talking about Peterborough. Peterborough, we know what Peterborough are like. Recruitment-wise, they're very good. When they've got to play their game, we've got to play good football. We've got to make sure that they don't do time wasting tactics against us, because when they do time wasting tactics, we tend to crumble a little bit. We can go into this game with a bit of head held high. You've got to remember, 23 games, we were managing to get draws and whatever else, and doing really well with getting draws and making it so we could get the ball forward and play some good football at times. The 22 people watching and 12 likes in the chat. 12 likes in on the video even. Oh, the live stream. Wow, it's been a long day. Please get those likes up. I would much appreciate it. And it's gonna be one of those games where we look at chances. The one thing we've had this season, we had so many chances and not buried them. I do not want a game tomorrow where we have 13 to 14 chances and only 6 of them are on target. I want us to have 13 chances and at least have 10 of them on target. And that'll be something that will break what we've done all season completely. Top chat, why is this on top chat? And Harry the Creeper, 1-0 went the first leg, 2-1 second leg. I would take a clean sheet the entire time, to be fair, for me. If we can get clean sheets, it'll be good. We need to kick Peterborough collectors' asses. So hard that they turned up for the second leg, wearing it as turn up like as a hat. Yeah, good point. I can't believe the gap from 3rd to 5th to 6th was 81. So it's crazy to think that it was 20-point difference out of the whole thing. It was insane to know that was the gap difference between, and it shows you how competitive League One's been. It shows you how entertaining it's been. It shows you how competitive it's been. It shows you how the quality of football is getting better in these lower leagues. And it shows that we can actually get the kind of football people have been wanting for a while from these. I'm scared of both teams in the other semi-finals. I understand it. How the nerve for tomorrow, mate? I'm confident. I probably won't be 15 minutes into doing the first half live stream. But the thing is, you can tell what when they turn up by how they start the game. You can always tell with what when they're going to turn up with how a game starts. And the thing is, we can't sit back in this. We have got to go for broke and just really play at them and see if we can do it. There are 20 people watching, 13 likes. There are memberships on the channel. There is more membership videos going out soon. One of the games that I'm planning on doing is Construction Simulator, which I've recently got, which could be quite fun. And there is super chats if you want to donate to the channel. I would much appreciate it. I apologize if this live stream was meant to go up at 7:15, and we had to do a podcast because we got a game to go. So we have to do that. I'd rather take Bolton than Barnsley, but Barnsley and Wednesday atmosphere were fantastic. I understand. Yeah, I agree with that. To be fair, both the teams in the other semi-final, I don't want either one of them, if that makes sense. Personally, I'd rather it be... But again, I don't really want Peterborough, because Peterborough are a team that can play some really good football. And when they get going, they can be quite a good team to play against. I think the thing with them, they are a team that's a bit... I don't want to say leaky at the back, but they can ship goals in if they're not on it. Hello, not being on the channel. It's alright, Sheffield Wednesday fan G10. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Thank you for popping by. I think, though, they should scrap playoffs and just make first, second, third, because a team on 20 points behind us could knock us out and end up in the championship. The problem is, then you say the next season, if a team gets 96 or Sydney points and 20 behind us, that they don't go. I understand what you're saying, DJ. I get the sentiment, but at the same time, it's how it is. And it's football. You look at how tight that top table was. We don't have that blip versus Barnsley, and we get a win versus Cheltenham, a win versus Burton, and probably a win versus Oxford. We're up. It was just that last couple of bit where we just had that bit where we were trying to get back into games and trying to find our mojo again. It happened. This is football. But this is why we like football. I think the players are going to be confident for this. I think the players are just going to go, it's another game. I think Darren Moore will see it as another game. Even though the build-up and everything around it will be, oh, it's a playoff game. It's a big game. It's a massive game, this. Darren Moore will be turning around to the players and go, it's just another game of football. It's no different than any other games you've made, the 46 games you've played this season. There's no difference. And the thing is, what the thing you got there is you go with that attitude, you hit that nail on the head of going, right, this is what we're doing, this is how we're going to play, we know what they're going to play like, we'll look out at them heavily for what has happened. If we can really do well going into this next couple of games, these next 2 games and get to final, we just got to keep it very... So if we say the result goes in our favour tomorrow, right? When we got the next thing, fans, just be silently confident. Don't go in going, oh, we've got this done now. It's done and dusted. Just go in and be in a... I haven't done a goal line prediction, mate. I don't rarely do them. If you want my goal line prediction, if you really want my goal line prediction, go to the Talking Wednesday podcast tomorrow. It'll be on all podcast platforms of choice and on Dexterity Boxer channel. Link is in the description below. If you want my goal line prediction, it will be there. I got quite an interesting goal line prediction for this, so I think some of you'll be very happy. Because basically what we are doing tomorrow, so tomorrow is very, very interesting and new, but it's going to be something we do in partnership of each other's channels and the Talking Wednesday, because at the end of the day, it's how it should be. We're both massively Wednesday fans, and we do the Talking Wednesday. We've done it for 2 years, me and Dex, and then we've added Worko in, and it's worked really well having Worko in. It really adds a good thing. It's going interesting. Evening, Dino. How are you doing, mate? How are your nerves going into this game versus Peterborough? I'm intrigued. There are 24 viewers and 16 likes. Can we get those likes up to close to the 24 numbers? That will be much appreciated. Does help. But team wise, do you play Windaf from the start, or do you let him have 16 minutes again? Do you play James on a wing and try and use his pace? There's a lot of things that are gonna be really interesting to see what Darren Moore does. What formation is he going to go? I think we all know that the keeper got to be Cam Dawson. As much as you got Stockdale for his experience, Cam, it would be very, very cruel on Cam to lose his spot, because he's had a really good season this season, especially with him coming in halfway through. In that game versus Derby, that Derby game was a nothing game. We didn't actually technically need to do anything. The team could have been like, right, we're in playoff, we're going to rest a little bit. But he pulled off some absolutely superb saves, which made it very crucial for us. And you have to remember, if you're going to have that kind of keeper, he could be really, really crucial in this. Do you think it's much of an advantage? It's a massive advantage, but it's only an advantage if you get the first leg right. If you don't get this first leg right, it doesn't help. Like, what did we do Sunderland? Was Sunderland a draw last year? Was it like a 1-1 draw? Kind of thing. I can't remember if it was a 1-1 draw versus Sunderland. Sunderland. I apologise, I'm one of those people with a clicky keyboard. If anyone can remember last year's game. So Sunderland took a 1-0 win in the first leg at their place, and then they got a 1-0 draw in the game at our place. And this is the thing: if you do this, you've got to go with the similar mindset as them. Get the because they've gone home game, get it sorted. For us, we have got to win this away leg and then win comfortably. If we can win comfortably, mentally you could knock them out of sight. You really could knock them out of sight. But it will be interesting. I've been very impressed with Dawson, seeing as late I said I like him to be one. So I'll keep Wildsmith, but Wildsmith been good for Derby. Wildsmith had a really good game for Derby. He's had a really good season at Derby. It's actually rejuvenated his career. And I got no ill will towards Wildsmith. At the end of the day, players come and go. And you know what? The kind of players are players we like to see do well because of Wednesday fans, but not against us at times. But he's really gone and made his career better. There was always a good keeper there in Joe. It's just he never got the opportunity to do at Wednesday, which is a shame. But maybe having that pressure to do well in a Wednesday shirt was a good thing. Your lineup would be Dawson, Palmer, Iorfa, Flint, James Johnson, Bolt, Bannon, Pato, Winder, Smith. Interesting. Remember that Sunderland away game. Yeah, that Sunderland away game was not nice, was it? Hutt mistake. Yeah. Mendes Lang mistake as well in the second leg at our place. It will be a pressure at London Road. And the thing is, you're looking at these playoff situations, right? I think you look at these playoffs and you go, you know what? There's a lot going on here that could go really well. And I mean really well. If we know we can sometimes crumble under pressure, but the thing is, we can crumble under pressure. But I think last season we did that. This season we've been a lot more resolute. We're a lot harder to play against. I think we got a mentality of going, right, we've got to go into do this. I thought it was a bit poor booing Wildsmith. He didn't leave on bad terms. Yeah, I thought that was a bit bad. I thought that was a bit daft by the Wednesday faithful. I don't think that's fair. A Wednesday fan who didn't really leave on bad terms. I think he was only booed because some of the stuff that got said in the media, and a lot of people took it as not tongue-in-cheek, and they took it as literally. And that's not what you want. You don't want that. The 28 people watching, 20 likes. Can we get that number up? I'd much appreciate it. And also loving the likes on the stream. It's really doing well. So glad Mendes Lang didn't have an amazing game. Yeah, he wasn't that great. I think he had one chance, and that was about it. Where he could get in. That was about it. And he seems like shrunk under it. I'm trying to not get ahead of myself like last season. The thing is, last season, we got ahead of ourselves quite a lot. Mendes Lang would have been booed if anyone could actually notice him on the pitch. Yes, Dex. Talking of Dex being in the chat, Dex tomorrow will have the second half on his channel. Dex Days about. We're doing it in conjunction. Where is the image? Is that it? No, that's not it. Like that. We'll have this, and it'll all be good. Kind of thing. So we'll have that like that tomorrow. A few days ago, Peter probably didn't even expect to be playing tonight, and we had destroyed their plan before. You could see that. You could see that a little bit. I do understand that logic of going a couple of days ago. They could have been done. But at the same time, I think you look at it that they had everything to play for in the last game. Everything to play for. Everything going for it. And Barnsley was probably a bad team for them to be playing against. Didn't have much to play. So it'd be interesting. Dr. Dale said on a podcast, Wickham played the occasion rather than the game. Yep. That's something we don't have to do. I think that's what we did last season. I think last season we played the occasion and not the game, if I'm honest. And I think we have to really play the game. If we can play the game. But having someone like a Stockdale in our back room, I don't want to say back room staff because he's not playing, because you have been playing as like a manager coach thing. But having someone as his ability to have that in his head to go, don't play the occasion, play the game. Because you still got players from last season who played the occasion and not the game. We got a fully fit Bannon. It'd be lovely if we had buyers in that midfield as well. But we've got people who can step up. Volks is someone who can step up. I'm really up for the next two games. We are more than capable of controlling them. Our form is back to managing games again. Yep. Just remember, form goes out the window, though, when it comes to playoffs. I don't want another season in the crap league. I think we all don't want another season in League One, but at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting because League One next season will be interesting because Derby County next season can pay for players. They can pay transfer fees because their transfer embargo has been lifted, but they still have to stick to a business plan with the EFL. So they can make certain deals. So Derby will be an interesting team next season with them being able to spend money. I also noticed, again, Mendes Lampard tracking back, even if he played up higher, didn't really make an effort, which cost us last year. Yeah, he does that a lot. I don't think Reading will be, Barry. I don't think Reading will be. Blackpool, yes. Reading, not with all the financial stuff they've got. Reading financial situation is not good. Have a look. Peterborough getting to the playoff off close to the mega bonus for them, 100%. Yes, it is. Let's have a look here. When Leith Davis got sent off, I would have preferred Derby than Peterborough. Like Curtis Davis. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I'm not sure on that one. I'm not actually sure on that because if you get, like, say, Curtis Davis back for the second leg, he'd be really wound up because of it. Kind of thing. I think the sides are coming down, are poor sides, especially Wigan, who aren't training because they're not getting paid. Well, Wigan and Reading both look in financial situation. Wigan could have another administration charge come in. If that does happen, they will start League One next season on minus 16 points, which will be bad. Oh, it would have been 3 games, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course it would have been. Curtis David at Baggy, if we go, I would wonder that. Not sure about that. I think he's too much of a Derby legend to leave after everything that's happened. It would have been 3 games, you're right. 26 viewers, 20 likes. Please hit that like button, get the likes up. If you want to contribute financially to the channel, super chats are on and memberships are open. There's a trucking video on there at the moment. I'm doing more between now and next week to get more on there. I've just not had a chance this week. It's a weird thing. When it comes to spring, everything changes in my household. It gets really odd. That's all I'm gonna say. Do you think we lose buyers even if we don't go up? I don't really want to talk about players going or staying, to be fair with you. I don't think we do, personally. Personally, I think he's happy at Wednesday. There's a lot of people going that we're going to lose this player, we're going to lose this player if we don't go up, we're going to lose this player. Think of what Darren Moore built here. You've got to think that Darren Moore really wants to hit the ground running in this and see what we can do. And it'll be interesting what happens there. Jaden Brown had me worried on Sunday, had a poor game. Thing is, he had a poor game, but he had some really good touches at times, his tackles. It was cat 22 for me. I hope you can secure promotion in the playoff. Yeah, they kind of just a shame your wobbles at the end. Be watching with interest. Hey up, mate. Much appreciate that. I'm interested to see you let a lot of players go. Luke Jeffcott being one, which I'm interested by. I still say Paul Mullen next season for us. He's not leaving Wrexham, mate. There is no way Paul Mullen's leaving Wrexham. If we wanted Paul Mullen, we should have got him when he left Cambridge to go to Wrexham. He was on my list of players to get. And it just didn't happen. They went in there. You got to remember, Paul Mullen wants to carry on what he's making it at Wrexham. Like, there's been a couple of things that have popped up this week in terms of players, which we can talk about on the Talking Wednesday. But some of the names that have popped up, Jack Cop, Alfie May, there's lots and lots of people who are really interested with it. Kind of thing. Let's have a look here. Also, buyers. Also with buyers, his dad really seemed to like Wednesday. Yeah, the thing is, I think I believe buyers' dads want to get property up here because he's that happy. Bob Job was sticking to Mendes Lang with defending. I'm just confused why we leave player contract till the last minute. Be good. There's a reason why we leave our contract till the last minute, mate, and a lot of it's down to knowing what league we're going to be in. And the thing is, yes, there's certain players you want to get signed. Byers, I believe Joe Byers has an option as another year anyway. Windass has another option as a year. You've got we have a lot of players who are out of contract, but the thing is, if you can get them sorted, the problem is, if you do a contract early kind of thing, some of that budget can go away from what you might use in January or whatever. And the thing is, if you don't know what league you're going to be in yet, it's very, very normal. You look at a lot of clubs this season, mate, have let players' contract properly go down to nothing. Ever since the pandemic, you've rarely seen players sign new contract mid-season. It doesn't happen that much anymore. A lot of the time, you are seeing a lot of contracts get done right near the end. And I think that's just the state of where football finances are at the minute. Nobody wants to take a gamble on anything just yet. But this is the thing. This is the thing. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, like Jez has said. We need to get promoted first. But I understand what you're saying. But we need to get promoted, and we just got to play well. And if the end of what normally happened with Wednesday, it happened last season. We had about 2 or 3 days after the game, and then we had statements out saying these players have not got renewed or blah 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 kind of thing. Jekko is not the player you want. He had a 6-yard bot player, doesn't offer much more than that. It's a step down for Wendy. You go for Jekko. Different player, different managers though, mate. Before that, he was actually banging them in for fun. So what changed? What changed since then, apart from manager not falling out with him? The thing is, I still think Jekyll's one of those players that'll either go to like a Lincoln or a Cheltenham or a Burton and redo his career. He may even go to someone like a Donny Rovers or Bradford and try and rebuild his career there. It's interesting. I was surprised you did let him go, but I understood why you let him go. If they want to leave, let them. But let them go for a few quid. Have you tried negotiating with Wednesday for players? We're not known as a good club to negotiate when it comes to transfer, mate. The thing is, yes, I understand that, but the players in this squad who are out of contract, would you get anything for it? Would you get much for them? I don't know. Just being honest. Give me. Danny Mayer's already been at Wednesday once, mate. He's an ex-Wednesday boy. He did well. I was always gutted when he left us because I knew there was a player there. Is that one of the things he wants to move back up north? Is that, I know he's letting go of, but is that one of the reasons why he might have been let go? Well, he wants to go back up north. Good player for Donny, actually. Donny, Bradford, Chesterfield. Let's have a look. Youthful players in the future. Yeah, I kind of want to do a bit of a thing with Wednesday and youth players. In terms of like saying we sign players under 24 and that's it kind of thing. Let's have a look here. What do you make of Clark Harris? Clark Harris is a very good player. On his day, he can be unplayable, but he is able to be marked out of games. He can be the player that just doesn't get the service. And if he doesn't get the service and you can mark him out of games, that will be really good to happen. Would you sign Flint permanently in the summer as it's already been told he's leaving Stoke? Yes, I kind of would. But the only issue I've got with Flint, he gives us that. How old is Flint? Only 33. Yeah, he's only 33, so it would be. I'd give him like a 2-year deal, and then help him, and then he can help the people who are coming up through the ranks as well. I do think we do have to start looking at younger players at the back, though. You look at our back line, it's starting to get to 30s and stuff, and it's a very aging back line. Like I think Cam Dawson's probably one of the youngest out of all of them. Ryan Hardy is been offered a contract, I believe. I'm not sure if he's taken it. Ask Jana of Plymouth. He'll know. We do need more youth players, longevity to play in the champ. Let's get there first, but I do know what you're saying. The difference in age between Wednesday. The thing is, we, at the start of the season, on the Talking Wednesday, I said we needed a mix of experience and youth, and we went all in experience more than the youth side. Femi was young. Femi was only like 24. A Wickway ain't. I think a Wickway is 31, I believe. Let's have a look. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I believe he's 31. I could be wrong. But I think he's 30s. Take Hardy, better finish. I know that sounds a half, but no time. I really want Hardy, to be fair. I really want Ryan Hardy. He's only like 24, 20. He's either 24, 25. I do like Hardy. He's a good player. Know where the back of the net is as well. So yeah, anyone we should go to? Yes! What Jez has said. Definitely. He was amazing when we played him versus Fleetwood in that FA Cup. Really good player. Only 22 as well. From what I don't know, because Dan Moore's not talking about injuries. So I don't know. I think he is. I think he is fully out. But yeah, Promise Archer would be what I'd take. 22 Irish lad at Fleetwood, having a really good one. Alfie May, maybe. Alfie May is one of the ones where I kind of want to say no. I don't want another 30-something old player. So he's 29. And he'll be 30 by the time he gets here. Because he's already got that with Smith. The thing is that you look at our front line. Does anyone think we are going to actually get Lee Gregory to have a new contract at the end of this? Because he's nearly 34, 35. It's interesting. It's like, I want to start getting players a little bit younger. Like, especially up top. You're looking at like 24, 28 is the sweet spot to get in players. But again, Alfie May, Ryan Hardy, they've been here, they've done it. It's that whole thing. They've been here and done it already. So they're already proven, which is something that is what you want. You want a proven player to come in. And that's something that you have to kind of really take into. If you can get a proven player in who's already done it and scored goals, it's interesting. Durant, look, I really want Durant to get a contract. I said in that video that I did about Durant and Gavlin that I actually want Durant to get a deal. I think there's a player there. I've not seen much of Gavlin this season, but it would be interesting. Let's have a look. Feel bad for MK Dons. Yeah, they've been here for a while, but at the same time, I feel bad for fans of MK Dons that were not around when everything happened, kind of thing, because all they know is MK Dons. Anyone else, I don't feel bad for, if that makes sense. I know it's a thing. Wonder if Twine will be available at the end of the season. He'd been injured, Twine, for Burnley. He'd been really badly injured. But when he had played, he played really well, which is really good. I think he's still got a career at Burnley. I can't see him doing it. Yeah, I think we'll have Gregory as either backup if we go. It depends if he wants that. 13 goals this season for Hardy. I like the Mark Helm who played for Burton. Yep. But again, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We're not there yet. There's no point looking at recruitment. There's no point looking at players. There's no point looking at anything like that because we're not there yet. We have to concentrate on the here and now. We have 2 legs of football to get done. Get those 2 legs of football done. Get to the final, hopefully win that. Then we can have a proper look at recruitment. This is where we see where Chansiri wants to let Darren Moore take the team in terms of recruitment. I think Chansiri kind of has said in not many ways that it might have been his fault why we didn't get people in. But nobody would have thought Antonio would be playing in European College. Antonio was a weird one. He never wanted to leave Wednesday. Stuart Gray said he wanted him to go, which is odd. But at the end of the day, he's had a really good career at Forest and stuff. A draw away works in our favour Friday. Yeah, it does. It does. Let's have a look. Today, Blackpool FC just gave 3 players under 18 professional contract. Good for them. I hope they do well. They got to. They're going to be on a massive rebuild next season. Have Blackpool got a manager yet? That's my interesting thing. Haven't Blackpool got a gaffer set yet? Because I know they've had so many different managers this season. Kind of thing. Hey up, Bob123. How are you, mate? So Gary Bowyer might be going to Blackpool. Interesting. A win worked better. He bagged against Manchester United and played well against Liverpool. Far cry from playing League One with us. Yeah. I put 50 quid Wednesday to win all 3 games. Finger crossed. Oh, mate, don't do that. But you've already done it. Not bad. Yourself. Can someone catch me up? Basically, we're just talking about game tomorrow, mainly because I would normally do a roundup game or a roundup live stream on a Friday, but we got a game on Friday, so I'm having to do it tonight instead. Going through everything that we're going up, through everything, players, all that kind of stuff. It's been an interesting one because I feel like I've done a lot of Wednesday stuff this evening because there is a Talking Wednesday episode coming out tomorrow. So please get your notification bells on for Dexterity Boxer channel if you want the video format, and if you want to go listen to the Talking Wednesday podcast, we are on all podcast platforms where any podcast is available. I nearly did that bit so well and screwed it up. I hope you cleaned the bookies out. Yeah. Let's have a look. I still had the home shirt with Antonio on. I still wear it to this day. Good shirt. 2-1 to the massive. Go on then. Put your goal line predictions in the comment section of the live stream. I am not doing one on here. I've done one with a Talking Wednesday. And if you want to know what my goal line prediction will be, you'll have to go there tomorrow. So we've got a 2-1. We've got somebody saying a draw. 1-0 for Lint. 3-1 Bob123. I 2-0. I got this thing where if when they really turn up, we can make this into our advantage. Like massively have a massive advantage. 2-0. 28 people watching, 22 likes. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you want to support the channel in a financial way, super chats are open. If you want to have a membership to the channel, $4.99 gets you being a Punk Chef 41 friend. And behind the scenes stuff will happen, such as Euro Truck Simulator streams. There's some other games I want to do. There'll be a tour of something soon as well. So yeah, please do. Early 2 goals are vital. 1-0 away and then 2-0 at Hillsborough, Windass away and Bannon and Smith at home. That roof would go off if Wednesday wasn't at home. And we sold our allocation. We always do. It's not even a thing really now, is it? Like people going, well, we do sell our allocation most places we go. Volk's unsung hero this season. Doesn't get a lot of the praise that he should. You're right there. I will agree with that. He's been quietly doing the business this season. And it's really nice to see him getting some of the plaudits that he got from some fans. And, like, we all knew, can we just make it very crystal clear? We all knew Liam Palmer was going to get player of the season this year. Because he's just been superb. If you're playing the drinking game, please take a drink. But he's just been really good. He's been a different level this year. And it just shows you how committed he is to playing for Wednesday. And it'll be a very sad day when Liam Palmer's not wearing a Wednesday shirt. I will be very, very sad. Because that lad bleeds blue and white. He really does. Always puts the shift in, not scared to get out of a tackle. Oh, you're welcome, Dor. Just do me a favour, Dor. For all of anything, do me a favour, mate. And just stay up. I want you and my uncle and all the other Forest fans to be happy. I don't want you to go down. You might still do it. Kind of thing. All right. Stevie, thank you, mate. Well done. Congratulations on getting promoted. You did worry about it, but you got there in the end. Well done, mate. Has anyone heard anything about contracts? So Bob123, basically contracts are getting all sorted after playoffs. nothing is getting done until the playoffs is done. Like, their concentration isn't anywhere near contracts. No one's talking about it. Darren Moore had it today in the press conference where they said the contract situation with certain players. Are we actually doing anything with it? Kind of thing in that same question. And he said the players know that nothing's getting done with that until the end of the season. That had been basically the remit for most of the pre-end of the season to find out what happens. So contract situation. All we know is Bannon got a new deal due to how many games. There's an option on buyers and there's an option on Windass that we will probably take both of those options. I can't see us not doing. Volk won the goal. Would be nice to see that celebration again. Oh, it would do. That celebration is top draw. Volk's was not because he had a dip at the start of the season. Yeah, pretty much. It did take him a while to get into life at Wednesday, sadly. But he got there in the end, didn't he? Bolt, I've read that already. Bolt does a lot of charity work. Top man from S6. He does a hell of a lot of good charity work with Bluebell. He did a lot of work when he was at Rotherham. One of the big things was coming back to doing work with that charity because he did a lot of work. If he scores that goal against Derby, I think Hilbert would have fallen down through the noise. Palmer. Yeah, I think you're right. Palmer will stay in the club at some capacity. Oh, definitely. Well, Palmer got his coaching badges. He got his own little coaching company, basically, that he does during the half term and stuff, Palmer's Academy. So it wouldn't surprise me if they integrate something with that and go that route. But he'll have some sort of role at the club, under 18s, under 20s, or whatever. I can see that. Palmer would have had break once he... Palmer probably have a break once he retired, been getting capacity. Yep. My best moment of season so far was when the stadium announcer said Liam Goal Machine Palmer. Oh, Liam Palmer this season. Most goals he's had ever in his career, I believe. Liam's he's been on a different level this year. It's like he played with the kind of like, I'm going to get us up here now. Like, Palmer played 348 games for the club and he's had 8 goals. Most of them goals coming this season, ironically. He's had, 5 goals this season. His best goal scoring return ever. He didn't even get that when he was at Tranmere. 5 goals. He had a period when we won the championship, didn't get one. The last season went down, he got 1. He got 1 last year and then 5 this year. He used to score 1 every 10 years or so. Yeah, it was literally 1 goal every 10 years. Literally was. And it was interesting that he just found a different level this year. Like, we all know Palmer's not going to be here forever. But people always forget he's only 31. There's still at least, 3-4 years in him? Minimum? The thing is, I want him to get that 400 appearances. He's on 348 now, I think, or is he even past that now? No, I can't remember. If we get promoted to champs, I think Scotland might look at Palmer again. May do. It would be interesting if they did. It's been a very long time since he's been in that Scotland team. A very long time, actually. Was it the year we went down? 2019 was his last call up there, so yeah. It'll be interesting. The thing what we've got to do in this game tomorrow, play our best, concentrate and play well. Don't let any mistakes happen. Try and bury most of our chances if we can, because the one thing we've done this season is not be ruthless enough in front of goal. That needs to change tomorrow. Tomorrow, we need to change that 100%. If we hit 13 shots, you want at least 10 on target. Palmer works at Cafu. Yes, indeed. The thing is, Palmer needs to have... We need to have somebody who's a young lad at the club working under Palmer to be the next Liam Palmer. The 29 people watching, 24 view, can we get... likes, can we get that close to 30 before we end the stream? We have about say 4 minutes till the end of the stream. If that can go to 24 likes, 24 likes to 30. I'd much appreciate it. If you don't go up, will Wednesday want to? Yeah, a lot of I think there's a crying portion of the fans that will want a manager change, and I think that's the wrong call. I don't think you can change a manager who gets 96 points, breaks all the clean sheet records on all the records we've had ever, and sack him. I just don't think that's something you can do. Personally, I really don't think it's something you can do. At the end of the day, it would be very cruel if Darren Moore lost his job if we didn't go up. I know the only reason you would say, kind of thing, the remit is promotion. He didn't get promotion last year, and he hasn't got promotion now. But as it stands, he didn't get automatic now. If he didn't go up, that's the only thing that I could see him being sacked. But I also don't think Chansiri would. I think Chansiri, you read the statement with Chansiri that he did before the Derby game, or was it Derby game? No, Drewbury game. It says more that I need to do more for this than anything. You go with what you know. Let him keep building what he's doing. That's what I say. Let him finish what he's building. Let him keep building what he's doing. Because at the end, we've broke more than that, mate. Longest unbeaten run, most points, most clean sheets, best return of goals, I think. The first time we've had a goal scorer in 20 goals since Neil Mellor. We broke so many records this season. The records that Wednesday broke this season is absolutely stupid. Hang on, let's have a look. Because it's just been insane. How many records have we broke this year? Let me have a look. 5 huge record Wednesday could still achieve. This is the 22nd. Moke wins away. Yeah. Let's have a look. It's been one of those things where you look at it and you think, how have we not gone up? Most away wins. It's just that whole thing. I like my style of football, pleasing on the iPhone. What I seem very attacking minded. Can be very attacking minded. Yes. There are times where you question it, but you got to get behind him. The one thing I've seen from Ipswich fans and Plymouth fans, when anything's gone wrong, they still back the manager. They're still behind the manager. We tend to go on the deep end, and we got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. We got to start doing it better. DM got to play attacking strategy with new striker to get support behind him. Well, the thing is, new strikers, that's not on Darren Moore, though, is it? That's on Chansiri. Also, I can't see what other managers are out there at the moment. Good point. Very good point. Also believe only one loss at home. I think you're right, actually. See, when you read everything that's happened this season, 25 people watching and 29 likes. One more like and we'll hit the 30 and I'll be very happy indeed. If we haven't already hit it. The thing is, for me, and it is literally for me, I don't see how you can sack him. I really don't know how you can sack him. Because he apart from the remitted promotion kind of thing. But let's just concentrate on the here and now. There are lots of things that can be said later on in the season. At the end of the season. I want it to be Darren Moore kind of thing. Wait, that's 30 likes. I'll be very happy. And I believe you, Paul. It looks like it is. I think you're right. That's fantastic. To get 30 likes, that is absolutely superb on a stream that I didn't really promote. Because I kind of forgot about doing a stream of this nature this week. Because I'm not going to lie, the playoff situation is weird. Kind of got to be really weird. Like, next week's roundup will be a roundup and a debrief. So the thing is, I normally do a debrief. There was going to be a debrief stream yesterday. And thank you very much. I much appreciate the 30 likes. That is brilliant on a midweek stream. Much appreciate. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. If you got headphones in, I apologize. I appreciate that 30 likes. It does help the algorithm a lot. But we have to, and I mean this really meaningful, we have to go for this. Like I said, there should have been a debrief this week for the derby. I've been mega busy. It was going to happen yesterday. Real life got in the way, sadly, and I couldn't do it. So it kind of that whole thing. We will see where we are tomorrow. So remember, tomorrow, this is really important. Tomorrow, I have got the first half of the watch along on here. We are then transferring over to Dex's channel for the second half. It'll be about, we'll work it out, but I think we said it's going to be about 8:55 where we transfer over, where we'll go over to Dex's channel and watch the second half there. Please, when it happens tomorrow, transfer over because it'll really help both channels, and it's all in participation for the Talking Wednesday, wherever that button is. It's all in partnership with the Talking Wednesday. We're trying to make it so it works well and everything works how it should do. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're all Wednesday, aren't we? Let's get behind the boys and let's get free. No. I'm so used to saying 3 points. So, we're all Wednesday, aren't we? Let's get behind the boys and let's get an advantage behind to go to Hillsborough, and we can make that very, very interesting. Also, hang on a minute before we go. Also, then we heard about some sport come to buy all the year. No, mate, that's gone. The EFL has just agreed a new deal with Guy. 248 League 1 and League 2 games and 300 and summer games for the Championship. So, no, Guy have got the rights again. So, we're all Wednesday, aren't you? See you tomorrow, guys. Have a good evening, and let's just get through and get to the second leg in a good position. See you guys later. Thank you for watching. Have a good